Over 60, 4 fruits you must eat and 4 you should never touch. Senior health tips. Have you ever been told to eat more fruit to stay healthy? What if I told you that some fruits could actually be making your health worse, especially if you're over 60? Yes, it's true. While certain fruits are powerful allies for your heart, brain, and energy levels, others can quietly spike your blood sugar, strain your digestion, and even increase your risk of chronic disease. In this video, we're uncovering the 4 fruits you absolutely must eat if you're over 60 plus the 4 you should never touch. These aren't just casual tips. Every bit of information you'll hear today has been carefully fact-checked by experienced health professionals to make sure you're getting the truth, not the hype. Whether you're managing blood pressure, watching your weight, or just trying to feel stronger and sharper every day, this information could truly change how you feel, starting with your next bite. And stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing one surprising fruit tip most people overlook, yet it can help protect your heart and balance your blood sugar better than many medications. Let's dive in. Number 1. Blueberries. Let's talk about a tiny fruit with some seriously big benefits: blueberries. If you're over 60, this little berry might just be one of the smartest things you can add to your plate. And I'm not just saying that because they're tasty. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally start to deal with things like memory changes, inflammation, and slower cell repair. But blueberries? They come packed with antioxidants, especially a group called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give blueberries their deep, rich color, and they're like tiny warriors fighting off the damage caused by free radicals in your body. Now, here's the exciting part. Several studies suggest that regularly eating blueberries can actually help support brain health. In fact, some research even shows they might slow down age-related cognitive decline. Imagine that something as simple as a handful of blueberries could help you stay sharp, remember names, and keep your mind clear and focused. And it doesn't stop at the brain. Blueberries are also great for your heart. They're known to help lower blood pressure and improve the health of your blood vessels. That's a big deal when you're over 60, because your cardiovascular system needs all the support it can get. Plus, blueberries are low in calories, high in fiber, and naturally sweet. That makes them perfect if you're watching your blood sugar or managing weight. They're easy to add into your day. Throw them into your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just enjoy them as a snack. No prep, no hassle. So the next time you're at the store, grab a carton of blueberries. Your brain, your heart, and your taste buds will thank you. Number 2. Avocados. All right, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood fruits out there: avocados. Yes, it's a fruit, and if you're over 60, this creamy green powerhouse absolutely deserves a spot on your plate. Now, I know some people shy away from avocados because they're high in fat. But here's the deal: this is good fat, healthy monounsaturated fat. The kind your body actually needs more of as you age. It helps lower bad cholesterol, supports brain function, and keeps your heart ticking strong. But that's just scratching the surface. Avocados are loaded with potassium even more than bananas. And potassium is crucial for maintaining healthy blood pressure, which becomes more and more important as we get older. High blood pressure can sneak up on you and quietly damage your heart, kidneys, and eyes. But getting enough potassium, that's one simple step that can make a big difference. Now here's something else most people don't know. Avocados are also packed with fiber. That means they help keep things moving smoothly in your digestive system, which, let's be honest, can slow down a bit with age. And because fiber helps regulate blood sugar, avocados are also a smart choice for anyone keeping an eye on their glucose levels. And let's not forget all the vitamins. One avocado delivers a solid dose of vitamin K, vitamin E, B vitamins, and even folate. All of these work together to support your bones, boost your immune system, and keep your energy steady throughout the day. But maybe the best thing about avocados? They're satisfying. Just a few slices can keep you feeling full and energized without the crash you get from sugary snacks. Spread it on whole grain toast, mix it into a salad, or blend it into a smoothie. It's versatile, it's delicious, and it's doing your body a world of good. So if you've been avoiding avocados because of the fat, it's time to flip the script. Your heart, your brain, and even your belly will be glad you did. Number 3. Apples. Let's talk about something simple, familiar, and surprisingly powerful: apples. Yep, that humble little fruit sitting in your fruit bowl might just be one of the best things you can eat if you're over 60. You've probably heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." And honestly, there's a lot of truth to that. Apples are packed with fiber, antioxidants, and natural plant compounds that help your body in more ways than most people realize. Let's start with fiber, especially a type called soluble fiber, which helps lower bad cholesterol levels. When you're over 60, keeping your cholesterol in check becomes more than just a good idea, it's essential for protecting your heart. And the cool thing is, one medium apple can give you about 4 grams of fiber. That's a pretty good head start toward your daily goal. But apples do more than just help your heart. They're rich in quercetin, a natural antioxidant that may help reduce inflammation and support your immune system. That's important because as we age, our immune response can slow down. The more support you give it through real, wholesome foods, the better. Now here's something you might not expect. Apples are also great for your brain. Some studies suggest they may help with memory and even protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Pretty amazing, right? A crunchy, sweet snack that could help keep your mind sharp? Plus, apples are easy. No peeling, no prepping, just wash and bite. They're portable, affordable, and come in all sorts of varieties, from sweet and crisp to tart and juicy. Whether you like Gala, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, or Fuji, there's an apple out there with your name on it. So if you're looking for a snack that's heart-smart, brain-friendly, and digestion-loving, apples check every box. Add one to your daily routine, you might be surprised by how much good it does, one bite at a time. Number 4. Papayas. Now here's a fruit that doesn't always get the spotlight, but it absolutely should: papayas. If you're over 60, this tropical gem might just become your new best friend. Seriously, it's that good for you. First off, papayas are a digestion superhero. As we age, our digestive system tends to slow down a bit. You might notice things like bloating, gas, or constipation happening more often than they used to. That's where papaya comes in. It contains a natural enzyme called papain, which helps break down proteins and makes digestion easier and smoother. It's like giving your gut a little helping hand, naturally. But papayas don't stop there, they're also loaded with vitamin C. In fact, one small papaya gives you more than 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. That's amazing, especially since vitamin C supports your immune system, helps your body absorb iron, and even promotes healthier skin. And let's face it, strong immunity and glowing skin. We all want that, no matter our age. And there's more. Papayas are rich in antioxidants like beta-carotene and lycopene, which help protect your cells from damage. These antioxidants have been linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and even certain types of cancer. Think of them as your internal bodyguards, fighting off the wear and tear of aging. Now, if you've ever looked at a papaya and thought, "I have no idea how to eat that," don't worry, it's actually really simple. Just slice it open, scoop out the seeds, and dig into the soft, orange flesh. It's naturally sweet, super juicy, and kind of melts in your mouth. You can eat it fresh, toss it into smoothies, or even mix it into yogurt. So if you've been sticking to apples and bananas, try mixing it up with papaya. Your digestive system, your skin, and your entire body will thank you. 4 fruits you should never touch if you're over 60. Now that we've covered the fruits that can truly support your health as you age, it's just as important to know which ones might be working against you. So let's dive into the 4 fruits you should never touch if you're over 60. Number 1. Grapefruit interferes with medications. Alright, let's talk about something that looks super healthy but can actually be risky, especially if you're over 60 and taking daily medications. I'm talking about grapefruit. Now, I know grapefruit has a bit of a reputation for being the diet fruit. It's tangy, refreshing, low in calories. It feels like the perfect morning choice, right? But here's the surprising truth. Grapefruit can seriously interfere with how certain medications work in your body. And that's not just a small side effect, it can actually be dangerous. Here's what's going on behind the scenes. Grapefruit contains natural compounds called furanocoumarins. These interfere with an enzyme in your digestive system, specifically an enzyme called CYP3A4. That enzyme helps break down many common medications, including those for high blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, and even certain heart conditions. When grapefruit blocks that enzyme, the medicine can build up in your bloodstream to higher than intended levels. That means you could be getting too much of your medication without even realizing it. For example, if you're taking statins for cholesterol or calcium channel blockers for blood pressure, grapefruit might make those drugs too strong, increasing the risk of side effects like dizziness, muscle pain, or even dangerous drops in blood pressure. And the effects aren't just mild, they can last for over 24 hours after you eat or drink grapefruit. Now, I want to be clear, grapefruit is not bad in itself. It's full of vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber. But the problem is how it interacts with common medications, and a lot of people over 60 are on those meds without ever being told to avoid this fruit. So if you love grapefruit and you're on any prescription drugs, talk to your doctor or pharmacist first. There are often safer fruit alternatives that won't interfere with your meds like oranges, apples, or berries. It's all about staying informed and making simple, smart swaps that keep you safe and feeling your best. Number 2. Canned fruits and syrup loaded with sugar. Okay, let's talk about something that looks healthy on the surface but can actually be pretty sneaky: canned fruits and syrup. I know. They're convenient. They sit on the pantry shelf forever, and they seem like an easy way to get more fruit into your diet. But if you're over 60, this is one fruit you might want to rethink. Here's the deal. Most of these canned fruits are swimming not in water but in syrup. And that syrup is basically liquid sugar. Whether it says light syrup or heavy syrup, it's still packed with added sugars that your body simply doesn't need. Especially at this stage in life, where keeping your blood sugar stable and your heart healthy is more important than ever. What makes this tricky is that the fruit itself gives off a healthy vibe, right? I mean, it's fruit, but once it's been processed, soaked in syrup, and sitting in a can for months, maybe even years, it loses a lot of what made it healthy in the first place. The fiber? Mostly gone. Some of the vitamins? Also reduced. And what you're left with is a spoonful of sugar-coated fruit that's doing more harm than good. Now let's think about what that extra sugar actually does. It raises your blood sugar levels, puts added pressure on your pancreas, and increases your risk of weight gain, inflammation, and type 2 diabetes. And if you already have high blood pressure or are managing heart disease, it's even more important to keep those sugar spikes in check. But here's the good news, you have better options. If you like canned fruit for the convenience, go for the ones labeled packed in water or 100% fruit juice. Still easy, still shelf-stable, but without the sugar overload. So next time you're reaching into your pantry for a quick snack, check the label. If it says syrup, it's probably best to leave it on the shelf. Your heart, your blood sugar, and your future self will thank you. Number 3. Overripe bananas can spike blood sugar. Let's talk about bananas specifically, those overripe bananas sitting on your counter, covered in brown spots and just a little too soft. Now, don't get me wrong, bananas are a great fruit in moderation. But if you're over 60, eating overripe bananas might not be the best move, especially if you're watching your blood sugar. Here's why. As bananas ripen, their natural starches break down into sugars. That's why a greenish banana tastes more starchy and firm, while a ripe one is sweet and soft. But when it gets too ripe, almost mushy, that sugar content skyrockets. We're talking about a fast-acting sugar bomb that can cause a sudden spike in your blood glucose. And for someone over 60, those blood sugar spikes can be a big deal. As we age, our bodies don't regulate insulin as efficiently. So every time your blood sugar goes on a roller coaster ride, it puts stress on your pancreas, your blood vessels, and even your brain. Over time, this can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, memory issues, fatigue, and even heart disease. Now, this doesn't mean bananas are bad. A firm yellow banana in moderation, totally fine for most people. It's just those super soft, overripe ones you want to be cautious with, especially if you're eating them first thing in the morning or on an empty stomach. That sugar hits your system fast and can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, or even lightheaded a couple of hours later. If you're craving something sweet, try pairing a less ripe banana with a source of protein like a handful of nuts or a spoonful of peanut butter. That combo helps slow the sugar absorption and keeps your energy more stable. And if you've got overripe bananas at home, don't toss them, just freeze them and use them for baking or smoothies where the sugar won't hit you quite as quickly. So the takeaway here is simple: enjoy bananas, but keep an eye on how ripe they are. Your blood sugar and your body will thank you for it. Number 4. Dried fruits high in sugar and calories. Alright, let's have a real talk about dried fruits, those little raisin packs, dried apricots, or sweetened cranberries you might keep in the pantry for a quick snack. They seem healthy, right? It's fruit after all. But if you're over 60, dried fruits can actually do more harm than good, especially when it comes to your blood sugar and waistline. Here's the thing, when fruit is dried, all the water is removed, but the sugar, that stays and gets concentrated. So what you're left with is a small, chewy bite that's absolutely loaded with natural sugar. And to make matters worse, a lot of store-bought dried fruits are coated in even more sugar to boost the flavor and shelf life. For example, one small handful of raisins, just a quarter cup, can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. And let's be honest, who stops at just a few? They're tiny, they're addictive, and it's super easy to eat way more than you realize. If you're over 60, that kind of sugar load can really throw your body out of balance. It causes your blood sugar to spike, puts stress on your pancreas, and can even lead to those dreaded crashes that leave you feeling tired or irritable. Not to mention, the extra calories can sneak up on you and lead to gradual weight gain, especially if you're less active than you used to be. And here's another kicker: most dried fruits also lose some of their original fiber and nutrients during the drying process. So you're not getting the same benefits you'd get from eating fresh fruit. You're basically getting a concentrated sugar snack with fewer of the natural defenses your body needs. Now, if you absolutely love dried fruits, you don't have to cut them out completely. Just treat them like a treat, not a daily snack. Stick to small portions, choose unsweetened varieties, and try pairing them with protein or healthy fat like a few nuts to slow down the sugar absorption. But if you're trying to protect your heart, manage your weight, or keep your blood sugar steady, dried fruits are one of those healthy-looking foods that might be best to skip. Fresh fruit is always a better, safer choice, especially as you get older. Summary. So let's quickly recap what we've learned. When you're over 60, your body needs the right kind of support, and the fruits you choose can make a big difference. We uncovered 4 fruits that can help boost your energy, protect your heart, support your digestion, and even sharpen your mind. And just as importantly, we revealed 4 fruits that might be silently sabotaging your health, especially if you're watching your blood sugar or trying to stay active and strong. Remember, it's not about giving up fruit, it's about making smarter choices. Your body is incredibly capable of healing, protecting, and thriving when you give it the right fuel. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more senior-focused health tips that are rooted in facts and delivered with care. And hey, if there's a fruit you're not sure about, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and maybe feature your question in a future video. Until next time, stay well, stay informed, and take one small step today for a stronger, healthier tomorrow.